Welcome back, my tiny human friend. Today, I've been having some problems with some creepers. Specifically, trying to fight them outside of the Orkington cave here. So, I think what we're gonna do, so I don't have to deal with this problem as much, we are gonna build a proper, instead of just a cave, a proper town center. Somewhere where I can actually house my bed, I can make a storage room in there, and most importantly, because I have some diamond tools now, we are going to also build an enchanting room so I can upgrade my tools. And then we can actually go and build a mob farm with that spider spawner we found last episode in the cave way over there. So that's what we're going to do today. First of all, I'm just going to quickly run over to the wheat farm, which I finished up off camera. I also did a bunch of other stuff off camera. I moved all of our trees over here so we have a little bit easier time harvesting trees, which is nice. But I finished up the wheat field. Kind of built this, palisade kind of thing. I also found some elusive red sheep, so now we can build with some red wool if we want, because that's kind of an orc thing. Red wool and, yeah. Anyhow, let's find a good spot for our town base. After looking around for a bit, I was originally thinking down there somewhere, but I kind of want this building to be really big. I want it to be the kind of centerpiece of the entire kind of city. City, village, clan, Workington, whatever you want to refer to it as. And I think it was just, there was not enough space down there to really have it, so I cleared out this kind of little starting area here. Filled in our lake, harvested all the sand out so we can make it into glass down the road if we want. And we're going to build it here. It's probably going to stretch out this way quite a bit. This is going to be a pretty big project. I just kind of realized how big I really want this thing, and I think it's going to be a kind of a multi-episode kind of adventure for us. So we're going to start laying it out today, and then we will eventually finish it in another episode. Now just kind of think here. I think we're going to have... I'm trying to decide whether I want to have the main entrance facing this way or have it facing this way. Don't really want it to facing this way because this, as much as I like this kind of area, I kind of want it to be more central around this guy. So I think what we'll do is we'll actually make this kind of the starting kind of location. So how many slots do we get? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We need to go one more. So we're gonna have the entrance be 7 wide. And then it's going to come back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I think. So it'll be 5 deep. So this will be the first section. It's going to be kind of like a T shape, maybe, or an X shape. So we're going to have a piece like this, and then it's going to come out. There's going to be a tower that goes up into the center here, which we'll have to decide how big that's going to be. And then we'll have another 3 of these, 1, 2, 3, coming out the sides here. So let me lay this out a little bit, and I'll get kind of a rough foundation down, and then we will start building together. Give me a second. Here you go. This is the layout I decided to go with. It's not as big as I thought it was going to be. I actually thought I was going to stretch out all the way into this area over here and into this mountain a little bit, but it's not as big as I thought it was going to be. But I think it'll actually be really good. I'm going to make it probably 3 stories tall, so we'll have to knock out these islands. So that'll be kind of what gives all of its grandiose scale for the fear of our enemies, so they know that orcs rule. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go and extend these logs, and the cobblestone all up a little bit and make it so it's actually like a room that we actually can work in. And then I have an idea for this door, which I'm going to show you. So let me do this quickly, and then I will jump into a creative world, and I'll show you what I have planned for this awesome little gate idea here. Okay, I have rebuilt the entrance to what will eventually be the Orkington Capitol building inside of a creative world, and I've made it so when you hit this button, the gate closes. I hit the button again, the gate opens. I'm sure you guys have already guessed how this is being done. This is being done with the command blocks. This is, I think, one of the coolest new features of 1.10, and the reason why I actually started this Let's Play series is I wanted to play around with the animation features that you can do with, the structure blocks. I think, clearing my throat there. I think it's one of the coolest features that they've added, and I'm really excited about it, and I think adding stuff like this to our Let's Play series would be really cool. So we'll make sure we have the resources to do it, obviously, before we go and build it, and then I'll go and set it all up. What I'll probably do, instead of rebuilding this system, which I'll go through in a second, inside of the creative world, I'll actually just build a schematic, port that into my other world, and then load it so it'll just pop into place. So we can do stuff like this with our door. It's very, very cool. I've also been playing around with having some flags wave. So I'll just flip the switch, and you can see, you know, it kind of swings back and forth, but I mean, this can be done in any kind of way. You can have it going waving, you can have it go from like the corner waving upwards, or if you have a side flag, it can be kind of doing other cool waving features. But I think stuff like this, just having it every so running in our Let's Play world would be really cool. So example being, when we finally finish building our town center, we can have a flag up at the top that is, you know, constantly waving like this if we really wanted to. I think that'd be super cool, but I'd like to let you guys, you know, have some feedback. Do you think this is a cool thing, or do you think the Let's Play series should just be really more about, you know, survival? I think there's a lot of already survival kind of Let's Plays out there, so I think having a survival that also does a lot of this kind of creative building where we're animating stuff in our world would be, you know, very cool for me. I'm going to go ahead and actually put this gate into our world. What I'm going to have to do is find a way of condensing all this down, because right now it's a huge area. It takes up like a 32 by, I don't know, 18 by 3 deep, because I have to go down a whole bunch. So I'm going to try and condense this a bunch, and then I'm going to import it into my world, and we're going to actually put this gate on, so when we hit the button, the gate will open and close in our in our survival world. I'm just going to quickly walk you through how I actually built this before I go ahead and actually put it in my Let's Play. 1 second. So if you take a look down here, redstone runs, and it runs all the way over here to this block. Technically, I think it runs underneath this redstone here, but that doesn't really matter. It then triggers this monostable circuit to fire off a pulse, and this pulse will run through one of these two locations. It'll either go through this block, which will then shoot the wire out this way, or it'll go through this block, and it'll shoot the wire out here. What'll end up happening is once it comes through one of those two blocks, it'll go to either of these two monostable circuits as well. So one monostable circuit will then play the opening animation, and one monostable circuit will play the closing animation. So it'll go to one of the two depending on which location this block is in. Also, when it comes through, either both of these two, whichever one it hits, it goes through and it actually flips this block back and forth. So let me kind of just throw a block down here with a button on it, so I'll show you what's going on. So when we hit the button, it goes through, plays that, flips that. Play one more time so you guys can actually see what's going on. So it goes through, bam. So plays that, flips this. So then basically every single time it'll play one or the other, not both of them, but it will activate this this T flip-flop. So monostable circuit with a T flip-flop, so it's either one position or the other. T flip-flops generally have a thing to have them turned on or turned off by a push of a button, but I mean, I'm using this for a little bit of a different reason, but that's my extremely terrible way of describing exactly what this thing does. So I'm going to go ahead and condense this guy down. I'm going to throw this into our actual Let's Play world, and then I will be back and I will show you what's going on. Look at that flag. It swings back and forth. Isn't that so beautiful? Okay, I'll be right back. So quickly before I actually put this into my world, I just want to show you how compact I managed to get it. It is currently a 9 by 7 by 11 space, and as you can see right here, this is the input, so we'll have our redstone signal run down, go into here, and then it'll actually play its animation. I'm also going to have it so from right here, right above the button, straight up, is where it'll actually place the door. So when I am placing this in my world, I know that I place it right there. Yeah, so that's about it. I'm probably also going to have it so this will be placed, I think I'm going to go with probably like 20 blocks, maybe. Yeah, we're going to go 20 blocks below the surface is where this will actually exist. So 20 blocks below where the door actually is where this unit is going to be placed into my world. I'm going to fill this all in with bedrock all around here, so I can't access it, and creepers and stuff can't blow it up if that ever happens. So, yeah. Anyways, this is the unit. As you can see, it works perfectly. I've done a few tests with it. I don't have the animation actually hooked up yet because I still need to actually place it. But yeah, this is it. Just wanted to show you guys what it looked like in its more compact form versus this sprawling, weird, not so refined look over here. I'm sure this can probably actually get more condensed, but I'm not a master at redstone yet. So yeah, that's about all I know. And we're back in our survival world here. I just want to create a couple things before we go and install our new door we just made, which I think is super fantastic. The first thing I want to do is I realized, I don't have any armor yet, so I'm gonna make myself some armor just in case. I've had a couple deaths here now. I've been writing them on the wall, and I've been dying to skeletons a lot, so I'm gonna make some armor just to be safe, because who knows. Also, this is a great time to say that I've been kind of working on making a little bit of a texture pack kind of thing here. So I have steel or iron and flint made so far. I also have, just because we'll make it because it's fun, I also have a flint and steel made. So, that's slow progress, but something that I'm sure you guys will see, slowly evolve as I play the game more and more. And eventually, if you guys are interested, I will post texture pack or a resource pack so you guys can actually play along with my texture pack. This was really hard for me to say. That was that was like the hardest thing I've done in a long time, trying to explain what I meant there. Okay, we're all geared up. We are gonna go. Put my sword on. We're gonna go and install this door. Okay, just walk over here. So here's what we got done so far. I built it so it lines up with this guy, and it is 27 blocks below this one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. And fall down. There's a cave here. Is there skeletons in this cave? Because I've seen skeletons in this cave before. Which is my way of saying that I've recorded this already once before, and now I'm recording it again with armor, just to be safe. Because, yeah. Okay. So that was 24. I should have kept track which way I was looking. So 24. I think we want to put it right here. 24. So 24, 25, 26, 27. 24, 25, 26, 27. So we want to put it right here. Okay. So I need to now go into creative. I know this is super duper dangerous with should really put all my stuff in a chest. Actually, let's do that. Before I switch over to creative mode, I'm going to put everything in a chest just to be safe so I don't accidentally delete some stuff. I'm not going to use creative to cheat or anything, don't worry everyone. It's solely so we can put a bad placement here. Come on. I'm solely using creative to just get the structure blocks. I'm not actually going to get any other special blocks or anything like that. I kind of want to keep this as vanilla as possible, within like limitations of, obviously I can't get structure blocks without using basically the cheats, right? So game mode 0. Oh no, that's survival. Game mode 1. Okay, give Grotzod structure blocks. Okay, now we want to I think we're placing it this way. And we are going to call this is gate control. And its position should be 1, 1, or -1, 1, 1. So I'm going to go done. Load. Alright, so it looks like it's over there. So that's probably, if I look carefully, mobs over there. Okay, I think that should be good. Let's give it a load. Boop. Look at that. There we are. Okay. We can break this. We no longer need it. And I totally derped up nice and hard. Look at that. I just deleted my my chest with all of my stuff. Oh, looks like I got most of it back. But that's kind of funny in the most wrong way possible. Let me redo this. And there you go. I put my chest over here so it doesn't get destroyed this time. So let me actually re-grab all my stuff now that I've put myself back in survival mode. I literally just opened up, put the command block structure, what do I call it? Gate control structure block? Sure, why not? Let's call that. In place, and then I went back to survival mode. So we're gonna stay in survival mode as much as humanly possible. I haven't actually fired it off yet, so this is now the moment of truth here. If I make a button, that is not a button, that is a button. And we're gonna see if this actually works. So let's put the button down. I see something. Looks good to me. Now, next thing I need to do is I need to run redstone from here all the way up, or down rather. So I'm gonna go get my redstone. I'm gonna dig this out a little bit more so I can actually staircase it all the way down, and I'm going to build that so we can actually use this thing. Why not? Let's do it. Okay, I'll be back in 2 seconds. Yeah, I'll be back in like 2 seconds. I'm gonna go get this stuff and we're gonna get set up, and then I'll show you guys the final product. Boop. And after a bunch of painful trying to figure out what was wrong, I finally got it working. Look at that. Gate opens, gate closes, or well, vice versa. Gate closes, gate opens. It has a little bit of a delay, but I'm okay with that. Nothing too terrible about that, really. I did the etho thing just because I think it's a good idea. So I put down stone slabs, or stone brick, sorry, to indicate where I have redstone in case I'm ever mining through and being like, oh look, there's some stone brick, and then I know exactly what's going on. I'm just gonna quickly patch this up. So if you give me 2 seconds here, I'll go bam, bam, and let's go like this for the time being. We'll change that afterwards to make it a little bit more appealing. But now we have a gate, and I have a button on either side here, so we can close it once we come in. I think that looks super cool, guys. Let me know what you think in the comments. Do you think this is a cool idea? Okay idea? I'd love to do more bigger, complex versions of these in the future. So get me some ideas. Give me some ideas in the comments, and we will play around with making it so we have all kinds of cool contraptions like this set up in our world. Okay. Until next time. Let me take this gear off. What am I doing here? Okay. Until next time. Thanks for watching, and like always, orcs rule.